I made a forest diorama set for my Pokemon Scale World toys. I wanted to build something cozy that, if the toys were real, they would enjoy spending their time in. I think it turned out really peaceful. But forget that peaceful music because we're going to start with a speedrun recap for those of you too busy to watch the full video. Just like my other diorama video, build a box. Make tree trunk shapes. Make the tree more better. Carve bark. Make it tree colored. Solder lights. Install the lights. Disguise the lights. Just put paint everywhere. Get a bunch of fake plants. And when you're done, you're done. You'll know it's done because it is in fact done. Hey, if you're still here, thanks a lot. YouTube and I care a lot that you're still here. The first steps are identical to my Pokemon Cave set, so apologies for the overlap if you've already seen that video. The pink foam is just insulation extruded polystyrene, and the green is the same stuff, just marketed specifically for crafting. You can pick it up at a hardware store. I have some hot wire tools for working with it, the best of which is my Proxon foam cutting table. First, I build a basic box out of the foam to house the diorama. This set is going to have a pond lit from beneath, so I traced a hole in the shape of this pre-casted craft pond from a DIY store like Michael's. Later you'll see I cut out a hole beneath it to light it through the transparent green. Next, I cut a bunch of quarter circles to be the base of the tree trunk. I glued them together to get the fit to the corner just right. Then I used a handheld hot wire tool to give it some more basic definition. Then, cutting some long rectangles into cylindrical shapes, I formed out some branches. I took special care to make sure figures could easily sit on them. Then I covered much of the tree in air-dried clay, and then I used the back of a paintbrush to make bark texture along its branches and its trunk. You could get fancy with a bunch of clay tools to do this, but I find any hard shape, like even the end of a pen or something, could do the job here. Then I gave it a rough coat of green and brown spray paint. I soldered together some LED lighting to power 4 dioramas all at once. You can see I really need to buy another set of helping hands. I lost both of mine a long time ago. Next, I cut channels in the outside of the diorama to run the wires through so that they could stay safe and secure as a single unit. These lights are in series, which is to say all in a line, so I had to really plan out the positions and lengths of wire and string it all through the piece. Seeing the lighting for the first time inside the set is always my favorite step of the process. This was a test of making fish shadows inside the pond. I later replaced these wax paper scribbles with cleaner cutout cardboard shapes. I like to diffuse all the LED lighting, which means that I cover it with semi-opaque materials so that the light bounces around naturally instead of having specific pinpoints of light. I sand down plastic tubing and cover the LEDs so it's a nice even fill across that portion of the scene. With some finishing touches to hide the lights, things are really starting to come together into a cohesive scene. By stippling a mix of greens onto the background with a sponge, I give the effect of generic foliage in the background. Then with a dry brush of paint without water, I lightly hit the bark with a brighter brown to bring out the details of the texture. For the floor, I used some grass flocking, the same kind I used to make my Pokemon Snap Porygon figure. I brush a mixture of 50-50 glue and water onto the surface, and then sprinkle on the grass. Then I bought a bunch of fake plants from Michael's craft store and placed them all around the scene. There's some that I didn't use, but they're there for future projects. Finally, all 4 dioramas get wired together and secured along the back of the cabinet. Now my Pokemon toys have a place to call home, and I have a fun way to show off my collection. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more. Have a great day.